In this video, I'm going to demonstrate the CDRC Acute Respiratory Illness Support tool. This has been co-developed by CDRC and CBC as part of the enacted Antibiotic Stewardship project. It's a collaboration with NEX, and we're grateful for Scott Greenwood, whose template this is based upon. In order to demonstrate, I will be using a live system, but all the data you'll see here will be on a dummy patient. In order to access the template, you will need to have activated it first. See the previous videos on how to do this. To launch it, click on Run Template and search for CDRC Acute Respiratory. That should be enough to find the right template. After you've used it once, it will show on your picking list. As I mentioned, this is based upon the ARI template developed by NEX. So there are many parts of this that will feel familiar to those who have taken part in the acute respiratory illness hubs. The first page is just a general data entry page. So here you can just write free text for the examination and history. There's then a section to be able to put your observations in, and obviously by coding them, it will also trigger the sepsis warning tool within EMIS itself. This is a page for general social comments, such as smoking status within the home, for any tests you might have organised as part of the assessment. The news score itself can be calculated within EMIS, and there's some guidance on what that news means. The PEWS yet isn't available within EMIS, so there's a link to the PEWS Pediatric Early Warning score. Let's have a look at some of the disease-specific pages. Over time, these will expand, but at the minute they contain the most common acute respiratory illnesses that we see in the community. For each page, there is some guidance which is based upon the latest NICE guidance. These will be kept up to date as much as possible, but it should be noted that it's the clinician's responsibility to make sure that it is the most up-to-date guidance that you are following, and obviously any guidance that's given is never supersedes the experience of the clinician. So this is an example of bronchiolitis. The top part suggests the reasons and indications for admitting a child, and offers some self-care advice. At the bottom there is opportunity to write some specific advice relating to the condition, in this case bronchiolitis. In the community-acquired pneumonia, we've added the CRB 65 scores, a reminder of again when you should be admitting a patient, or when you should at least consider admitting a patient. Similarly with the croup, there's some guidance on when to admit and the treatment and treatment options. Star wave may be something you've not come across, but there is evidence that using a validated prognostic tool can help decide whether you should be admitting a child or not. Now, it's not a diagnostic tool, but it's there for children aged between 3 months and 16 years to predict the probability that a child may end up in hospital. So it's a 7-point scoring system, and the higher the score, the more likely is a child to end up being admitted. It's very self-explanatory, and there is guidance at the bottom. Worth looking at this, and it's been encouraged that we start to use the star wave in primary care. Just to reiterate, it's not a diagnostic tool, and again, it doesn't replace the experienced clinician assessing the child in front of them. Otitis media and sore throat, including the options for both fever pain and the modified Centaur score. Finally, there's some general management pages, and whilst there is specific suspected diagnosis options for each specific disease, here we see them gathered together into one place, so that if you've chosen not to use the disease specific, you could actually enter it here as well. It also contains some more non-specific codes. When you're finished, just simply save the template and continue to add to the consultation as normal.